Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Tommy in Indiana. Today's video, what I would like to talk to you guys a little bit about. In today's video, I would like to give you guys part two of my series that I am doing, and it's called Tommy's Radio Scanner Story Series. So I'm going to give you guys a little background just in case you guys did not watch the last video. So where we ended off, we were in Florida, okay? So in Florida, I was starting to get on my cruise, okay? And I was doing all the research. I looked up the radio scanner feeds for the ports. I looked at the radio scanner feeds for everything. But whenever that happened, I got myself a feeling of like, what in the world is going to happen? So like, number one, there was, I was driving through this place, okay? So I was going to, for instance, Sevier County, okay? So then after that, once I got to Sevier County, I already had their fire dispatch, their EMS dispatch, and all their call signs. Well, lucky enough, everything changed once I learned that they are all going to this TACON system. Tennessee Advanced Communication Network, TCAN. Now, another radio system that I used to listen to was, number one, it was the radio system that's called hold on. Yes, stop. So I was listening to the Dollywood system right until Dollywood was about ready to close their radio system. When Dollywood was about ready to close their radio system, I was like, oh my goodness, why in the world are you going to be closing your radio system? And that's the biggest, dumbest thing right there, okay? So right as soon as that happened, I was telling my mom, what am I going to listen to whenever I go there to like Tennessee? I was listening to their major communication area, and boom chickalaka, there we go. So then after that, I was doing my research on that radio system that was there in Sevier County. So the only radio system that I could pull up is either number one, the big giant radio system of the, I already knew that I cannot even take my radio scanner to like, already to like Holiday World. I couldn't take it to the Indiana State Fair. I couldn't take this or my computer. So both my computers were out of the question. So after that, I was like doing some thinking, like, where am I going to go to take my radio scanner? So my idea stumbled onto my next radio scanner. So my next radio scanner was no other than the DM1701. And then right as soon as I thought of using the DM1701, I had something in my mind that said, Tommy, what are you going to do if everything goes like it goes encrypted and you don't know like what is going to be listening to in that area? You don't know like what in the world are you going to be able to listen to? Well, I was already thinking that. So right as soon as I pulled up this talkgird system on broadcast by calls, I was thinking, Tommy, what are you going to do? So Spencer County, where Holiday World is, has their own radio system. They're already tied with the Project 25 radio system. So right as soon as that happened, I was like telling myself, Tommy, where are you going to go to listen to that? I already had the idea of Holiday World. Bally's Evansville. Okay, so on my radio scanner right here, I pull this up and you're going to see that I myself am already listening to the Bloomington Transit DMR radio system. The Bloomington Transit radio system is such a great radio system. It is really been good to use. It's really been good to check out because you may not know where your bus is and you may not know of like where in the world am I going to go check out? Am I going to go listen to it? Now, Bloomington was already using like a DMR radio system for everything. So, right as soon as I told my Mom, so if the radio system pulls up and you don't know like what is going to happen, I was like, why is that going to happen? And right as soon as that happened, I was like, that's it. I thought of a great idea. So this is the reason why I looked up the information for the Sevier County Fire, the Sevier County information feed. And then after that, I was looking on my computer right here at this county where the Cherokee tribe lives. And I can already tell that they use NXT in kind of like the entire area. But this came across that the Cherokee Transit uses a narrow FM radio feed, okay? Right as soon as that happened, I was like, oh my goodness, I am doing the right thing. I pulled up the radio feed for that area. I looked it up. And right as soon as that happened, I was like, I'm a genius. Like, I am not kidding. Like, right there, I thought that I was a big, giant genius. So right as soon as after that, I was telling my Mom, what about if we take a trip to Myrtle Beach? And I look around Myrtle Beach, you can use these because they got a lot of communication that is DMR, and you could probably pull up a really good DMR radio system on this. So that's the reason why I got myself into P25 and DMR communication. Now, anytime I go down there to Louisville, I am either listening to the Coast Guard frequency for that area. I'm either listening to anything that is in that area. Because there might be a radio communication that I may not know about. Okay, so that radio communication that I may not know about is their police network. It's because their police network is encrypted. I myself, as a radio listener, cannot listen to nothing that is encrypted, nothing that is into the know of like what's going on. So, right as soon as I figured that out, I was like, oh my goodness, like what is going on in the neck of the woods? So my last trip that I went to was down there to Laughlin, Nevada. Okay, so whenever I went to Laughlin, Nevada, I was like, Mom, what is there to listen to? She was like, Tommy, I don't know because our casino is encrypted, but you could get some communication from our neighboring town, Bullhead, Arizona. Like, right as soon as I got that in my head, I was like, oh my goodness, that right there is such a great idea. So, like, once we landed, I was like getting my radio scanner out of my bag, and I was like telling myself, oh my goodness, what a genius I am. So, right as soon as number two, I myself am going all around to the different radio scanner communication places to write places to even pull it out. So, right as soon as that happened, I was telling my mom, Mom, we got an idea. I got a perfect idea for you guys to go use those radio scanner feeds for automatic listen to. So the biggest idea that to me I could figure out is right as soon as that happened, I was like, Mom, what are we gonna do? We don't know like what's going on. We don't know like what's going on with the radio communication feed. We don't know like what's going on in the area. So that right there got me thinking of using the radio scanner feed of the Indiana radio scanner feed of the Bloomington, Indiana feeds, which is really, really kind of cool. So, so also another thing is we also checked out some interesting facts in interesting places. So that's the reason why I like radio scanners. And there's going to be a part 3 to this video coming up tomorrow. So what we have learned so far in this radio series is I've learned that there is several different ways for me to listen to radio traffic. So I hope you guys enjoyed today. If you guys have, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, ding that notification bell, and YouTube. I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Have a great day. Without further ado, thank you very much.